Hello there. In this quick tutorial, we are going to use the GPT-2 from OpenAI and fine-tune it for certain purposes. We are going to fine-tune it with some text. For this example, I'm going to use some popular blog posts, but you can pretty much use anything you want. And then we are going to generate results with a fine-tuned model. So without losing any time, let's start. First, what you need to do is go to this GitHub page here under NS Shepherd GPT-2, and then you can download just the code. So you can either download it or clone it in a repository. I have already done that. After that, you can open the folder. In this folder, you're going to have all the necessary data that you have just downloaded from here. You're going to have your train, sample, requirements, encoder, and so on. So if you don't know how to use GPT-2 without fine-tuning, I recommend you check out my last video where I exactly explain how to use GPT-2. But I am going to show here just in a few minutes how you can do it if you don't want to switch to the next video. The first step is you just download it and CD into it. Then by using pip, you install all the required dependencies. So basically you just need to run this line here, pip3 install -r requirements text, and this should install all the requirements for you. Now you can download the models. You can download the 170 and 375 million parameters model. You can also download the larger ones. I don't know why they have just listed those two here. After you download the model, you can run some examples. I recommend running the conditional sample generator. You run this by executing this command here. By executing this command, you're going to get the prompt like I have here, where for example I have put in analytics tools, and this is the response I have gotten from the AI. So how do we fine-tune the models? As you can see, there are different files in here. So the first thing you need to do is to generate a training file like I have done here. For this I have taken some most popular blog posts about SEO, marketing, Google Analytics, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and so on. There are around 66,000 words in this corpus here. You can use anything you would like. You could take a book, for example. You could also take some large books or samples in PDF format and convert it to a text file. You can just Google PDF to text and convert it and use this as your training data. So when you have your training data, check that your folders are like this. You won't have this one here. This will be generated after this will be generated in the next step. But you should have all the other ones. You also aren't going to have a checkpoint and PyCache. Also results, that's some folder for me. So what you need to do is type in the following command. Python encode training text into training NPC. And this will convert our training text file into an NPC. You can ignore those warnings here. What you should get in the end is this training NPC file. Okay, the next step after you have finished this, Python train.py, and then you specify the dataset. So in our case, the dataset is training.npc. You hit enter. Now you can again ignore those warnings. So the model should be training now, and you should be getting results in which iteration your current training is. The goal of this is to lower the loss to be as low as possible. So you need to run this for a certain number of iterations. I run it mostly for around 50 to 75 iterations since I don't see any large improvements after that. But of course, if you're running it for longer, your results will be better. I have changed something in the code here so you can't see exactly the output of the training, but you can open the train.py and this is exactly where everything is happening. I have also limited the counter to maximum of 25 iterations, but you can adapt this as you would like. You can also when you are finished, or if you think you don't need any more iterations, you can just press Ctrl C and abort, and the checkpoint should be saved afterwards. So the training is finished now. What you need to do now is go to checkpoint, go to run 1, and here you will have this data generated. You can ignore this, this is some other project I was doing, but this is what you will have generated here. This is our current model, as you can see, model 26. So we have model 26, checkpoint and counter. So what you need to do now is go back to your root folder, go into models, and when I have downloaded here the 345 million parameters model, you could have downloaded another one, and inside of that model we need to copy the files into there. So you can create a new one. For example, here I have created a new model, and I have just copied everything from the 345 million model into this model. After you have copied everything there, go back, go into the checkpoint and copy everything from here. You can just press copy, go back to the models. If you wanted to use this one, you could paste it in here, but let's paste it into this one here. Also replace the file in the destination. The only file being replaced is the checkpoint. You don't need to worry about the other ones because the checkpoint is the one telling which models should be used. Afterwards, depending on what you want to run, I recommend to run the interactive conditional samples. You just need to open this and specify the model you want to run. Just type in the name of the folder you want to run. So in this example I used blogs M. You can use every name you want, it doesn't matter at all. And now we can run the model. Now we just run the model, wait for everything to execute, and you should see a model prompt where you can run everything. Also take into consideration which model you're downloading. I downloaded the 345 million parameter one, which is much more hardware consuming than the 170 million one. And the training and the usage will take you much longer. So we can now type in something like, let's type in Google SEO tools. And this is our response. Sometimes you will see pretty funny results. For more information, contact seo@gmail.com. The goal of this page is to give customers a great starting point to navigate to any project, website or forum they found on any topic or interest. There are the search results that come up to me during the initial search. There was also this post. In addition to this, the following projects are still active on this search site. So you can run this again to receive some different results. What I found out is that sometimes the AI will generate pretty funny results. Basically, it's funny because it sounds a little dumb, but you can play around with this a lot. There are some applications where this would yield much better results than maybe digital marketing, because it is a pretty complex topic to grasp on. So you can train this on whatever data type you would like and generate funny results. If you generate something funny or if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing. You can also join my newsletter, which will be there in the description below, or you can just wait for the end screen to see it there. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.